Hello, my name is Julia, and I'll be your facilitator in this training course on being a server in the restaurant business. A server is the face of the restaurant. You are the one that will be engaging the guests, and that impression is the one that can create a loyal customer. Guests want to feel welcome and attended to during their visit. They want to feel at ease. It is a time to relax and enjoy, and it is the server's job to get that done. The restaurant's mission is to provide a family-friendly environment with authentic Italian dishes that will deliver a unique culinary experience at affordable prices. Our concept is that we are a restaurant that is family-oriented, which makes it family-friendly, just like in the Italian culture. To begin with, you will be receiving a server handbook that contains all the information you will receive today, and you can reference it at any time after this training. Keep it at hand and reread it as often as you need to. Let's begin by talking about server etiquette. First step is to prepare the tableware, inspecting it to make sure it is spotless and there are no chips or irregularities. After carefully placing the tableware, make sure to wipe off any fingerprints. Dining tables should be inspected for wobbly legs and arranged in an order that allows all people to walk around comfortably without bumping into each other or into tables. Tables should have a distance that provides a comfortable amount of privacy for guests. Something else to consider in server etiquette is controlling the pace with which you are going to serve. It's very important to read customers' body language. As a fine server, you will be able to read the table and match the pace of your guest. Every guest prefers a different pace, and it's your job to determine their needs through verbal cues and body language. For example, if your guest puts his napkin on his lap, probably means he's ready for the next course. Or if you see a table where they're still drinking wine and talking and laughing or drinking coffee, it's probably they're not ready for the check. So reading the body language and those verbal cues is very important. Another very important part of server etiquette is the dress code. Your uniforms will be inspected every day to make sure they are clean and well pressed. This is a very important part of your personal presentation and the impression you will make on the guests. So get ready, make sure your uniform has to be spotless, just like your service to the guests. Now, upsell techniques. It's important to understand how to sell more in a restaurant. So one of the things you can do is we allow our staff to try the specials. That's a way of being sincere when you're recommending it to the guests. Upselling also includes offering desserts, showing them what they are, offering wine samples, and getting a little personal. Learn to read the guest, be sincere, and create a sense of higher value with respect to all the products that the restaurant sells. Now, let's take a look at what it is to take orders. Let me give you an example of how you can start. You could say, "Hello, my name is Julia. Let me know if you have any questions during your meal. I'm here to help." You don't have to ask the obvious question, like, "Would you like to see the menu?" Because they're there to see the menu. Just hand them out and return later when you see their body language, if they're ready to order, return to the table. So after introducing yourself, presenting the menu and the drink list, remember to describe the evening specials. You need to be polite and smile, and your arms should never be crossed in front of yourself, in front of the guest. When serving the guest, if you are going to serve on the right side, you're going to serve with your right arm. And if you're going to serve on the left side, you're going to serve with the left arm. Now, at Bella Familia restaurant, we serve and prefer that our servers serve on the right side. If possible, if there's some kind of discapacity of the guest or for some other reason, you can serve on the left side. Another very important part of your training is learning how to use the POS system. How are you going to take the orders and how are you going to produce the check at the end of a guest meal? You will be provided with an iPad, which is connected to a main register. This iPad is the one you will take up to the table to take the order. Everything put in there is translated immediately to the kitchen where the meals can start to be prepared and to the main cash register. Now, once the meal is over and you're going to take the check to the customer, you will go with a credit card reader to the table. So you will be charging the guest in front of him. This same credit card reader will print out a receipt. Now, if the customer decides to pay in cash, we do have a cash register that opens immediately when indicated on the iPad to put in the cash and take out any change for the customer. All tips are immediately also calculated on the iPad. So you'll get more of this in-person training for this particular subject because it's very important to keep track of all of this. Another important thing is in the restaurant business is our side work rotation. There are many other tasks that a server will need to complete in the restaurant. One of them is when you're getting there, opening tasks, you have to wipe down surfaces, clean windows, check the table conditions again, check the condiment station, salt, pepper, and other spices that could be used in meals. You have to be able to check drink stations for cups, lids, straws. Adults don't use this, but we do give this to children. And you will help prep garnishes like lemon and lime wedges. Make sure the coffee station is fine. And when at night, we do put candles on the table. So make sure the candles are there and start to light them. There are other side rotation tasks, such as at the end of the day, cleaning tables in the section the server has been assigned, sweeping floors, making sure to sweep under tables, and cleaning children's booths, push-in chairs, clean up crumb catchers. The crumb catcher is what you use on the table to pick up any crumbs. And you will also have to restock condiments and napkins, put away clean dishes, and help in the kitchen by loading the dishwasher with any dirty dishes that are still left over. When closing, you have to also wipe down tables. You have to empty and wash coffee and iced tea carafes, clean dessert and salad stations, close windows, turn off lights, and set the alarm system. And then, of course, the last people to leave, they have to lock up the restaurant. Another very important part of being a server is to learn where items are stocked. This makes everything flow better. So that will also be something in training. We will do it in person in the restaurant to make sure where everything is. When that is not the case, it slows down all the operations in the restaurant. Some final instructions are enable to be sincere and to really know the products of the restaurant. You will be joining us for a menu tasting session. You will be trying all the different plates in the restaurant. This way, when you talk to the guests, you're doing it sincerely. You're telling them the truth of everything you have tried. And you can recommend different dishes depending on what they comment. What are their favorite foods, for example? You could ask, well, would you do like seafood? And then you could recommend pasta alla marinara. That's just an example. And you will also be given the opportunity to role play. We will be putting in all of that you have learned through this short training session and what's in the server handbook. And you will be given a task in which you will be role playing. We will be playing as guests and you will be our server. And then you will get some feedback afterwards. I hope this training session has been helpful. We will continue to keep up our training. Remember, any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We're there to help you, and we're a team at La Bella Familia Italian Restaurant.